gotten something new today. It's a bag reveal. To those who are new, welcome, and to those who are back, hi! Let's just get started. Ta-da! This is my new Chanel Deauville tote in small size, full leather, shining gold hardware, and I love it. So let's get into the feature of this bag. I believe most of us are pretty familiar with this particular style of bag, which is a Deauville tote in small size. Typically, a regular Deauville tote in like canvas, cotton, whatever other materials. We will not have the handles in this small size. It only comes with the medium to large size. Only in a full leather version, their small size comes with the top handle as well, and this really adds bonus to the versatility that you can use the bag and the convenience it brings in your daily use. So let's do a quick run through. In the front part, it comes with all the studs. At the back is a plain leather. Right beneath, it comes with 4 feet. Top handles and its grenades are all with shining gold hardware. It's beautiful. And on the inside, it comes with this microfiber or suede type of lining. And it's also in a similar color tone, pink color tone. Mine is made in Italy. Care booklet. What I love most about this bag is its versatility. It has this particular shoulder strap, and this features shining gold hardware. Different versions, it comes with maybe ruthenium. Typically, we find brushed gold hardware or silver hardware, sometimes shining gold hardware, and I'm so glad this bag comes in shining gold hardware. Look at the grenades, it's also shining gold hardware. Love it! Alright, story time. I was considering 4 or 5 bags during that season, and pretty much all of them are in pretty high premiums. 1 or 2 of them is almost double the retail price, and that is why I did not jump onto it. And well, I do back chat with my son, sometimes my hubby, and I was just discussing with my son, oh, I like this, I like that. It's just as good as how my son would share with me, his favorite books or what are the toys that he would like to get, Same thing, I was also chatting with him like, hey, should mommy get this bag? Is this nice? Is this color? This and that. It's been a pretty long discussion, and he did saw my struggle of like, I really wanted it, but yet I'm not buying it. And it's too expensive. The price tag doesn't match with the bag. I'm not willing to pay for that. Double crazy prices. And just one night, he randomly came up to me saying, Mommy, must you buy everything that you like? Can't you control yourself? I was like, you're so right, boy. Totally correct. And that's where he reminded me, all the shopping mistakes that we've made, from time to time in our lives. Shopping regrets, impulse purchases, so on. And that's where I calmed myself down and I was telling myself, there will be a bag along the way that I really love so much that I would jump on it and it's going to be at the right price. And only then I will pull the trigger. So it was pretty quick. I literally let go of this idea of purchasing any of those bags and I just get on with my life and work. And not necessarily in our luxury shopping, it could be a daily walk, daily shopping in our life. Like you feel that you have let something go, you may have missed out something. But again, don't worry, there's going to be something better along the way that's been planned out for you, especially moments and circumstances like what we're going through now. Most importantly, look up right, look up high, stay positive. Things will be better one way or another, and let's just ride this whole season through together. But this is a bag that I knew that is a seasonal color. It will not come back again. White, black, navies, maroon, these are, or maybe beige, these are more of the neutrals and the common color staples that they may bring back. But I know the gray and this particular blush is more of a seasonal range. I don't think they will bring this exact color back, so I just couldn't let this go and let this pass. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my god. I knew about this color. I have previously asked my SA if they do have a bucket bag in this shade, full leather, and they don't. And I just, move on. I have also planned to add another small Deauville tote, full leather. I do have a black one, and I do plan to add probably the ivory one because I love white and a light color base because I wear typically all neutrals most of the time. And this bag just came along. This pink is more like a salmon pink, a little blush, rosy, light pink, which is very harmonious with the neutrals outfit or the pastel colors that I typically wear. And I just love this bag, and this is a spot on. It's the exact size that I've wanted, the style, the color. I have been eyeing to add another Deauville tote. So this just came in perfect. The price point, it's a premium price, but it's not like double the price. To what the seller has marked up, I think it's reasonable, it's acceptable for me. There were more costs because of all the taxes and fees, etc. But nonetheless, I love it. Now let me compare some colors for you. So this is the new Louis Vuitton Escarole collection. I hope I get this right this time. And let me just show you this contrast of the two pinks. So this is more like a blush rose, and this is more like the rose ballerine pink that we have from Louis Vuitton. And this is the super popular, you know, the combination for the vanity case. This is how it looks. This is literally more like a nude beige and it's matte. This is more like a rosy blush beige that we can see. There we go. Our bubblegum pink from 19C. Everyone will head over heels for this pink. If this bag is in this pink, I'm sure I will not get this bag. It's not that it's not pretty, but I don't think I can handle it. It's just not my color for a bag. In terms of SLGs, I'm very adventurous. And this is from Gucci Marmont, a color that most of us are pretty familiar. There we go. I really love this pink. The more I see it, the more I'm showing it to you guys, the more I love it. And this is the Fairy Floss pink from 19S. Again, people went head over heels for it. I definitely prefer this particular pink. If you call this a pink, some call it a blush, some call it, you know, rose. I call it pale salmon pink. And yeah. This is like the exact color I literally love. And lastly, I'm not a fan of boy style bags, SLGs, whatnot. But because of this particular blush color, this is from 20p. I've got it together when I have my Coco handle. I love this particular blush, and it's almost pretty much very similar, but it's not the exact same. This particular card holder has a little sheen to it, pearly pale sheen to it. It's very beautiful. It doesn't shimmer, but it's just glisten. Under the sun, under the light, is just so beautiful. This is more matte, but in terms of the pigmentations and the color, it's pretty close. It's one of the closest that I have among all my SLGs, I would say. And this is from 20C. It's just awesome. I really love them. Some of you have been asking me to do a Q&A session, which I did ponder over it for a long time, and I thought that let's just do a quick brief one in some of my video as an insert. So let's start chronologically. All the way back, my first luxury bag. It was a gift from my aunt. I remember it was about when I was 14 years old. I was gifted a Fendi bag, and it was exactly the style, shape, size of Louis Vuitton Alma Nano, that exact one. And it was of course in all over Fendi monogram in canvas and leather. I love it. But I would say my family's money management is pretty prudent, whereby they eye for good investments, good rate of returns in whatever that they're doing. They do have hobbies like, well, I collect bags now. They do collect, for example, golds, real estates, diamonds, or watches, antiques. So they do visit some auctions or here and there to collect some of those items. They never ever agree with me or my cousins, where our generation, we go for more of a luxury brands sometimes. They never ever like the idea of purchasing a luxury good, because to them, a leather bag is a leather bag. You could get any leather bag, ostrich, crocodile, exotic, calf, lamb, with just a fraction of price, with very good craftsmanship, anywhere, everywhere. I totally agree with them. Luxury collection, I would say, first of all, is very addictive. If your circumstances and lifestyles allows you to do that, you are just into a black hole. Like, you'll be collecting this color, you want everything in this shade and that, which I think there's nothing wrong. It is as good as a hobby. It's just a pretty expensive one. Well, yeah, so I wouldn't say that it's right or wrong. It's just as good as I wouldn't agree to a person who's collecting cars. Be happy in whatever you're collecting. Some people are just very good and enjoy saving money. They're collecting money, which nothing is wrong. Some people are featuring into health, wellness, buying my luxury bags. I would say it's not something that my family would be like, oh, that's a beautiful bag that you've gotten. Nope. But people whom I can share my joy with are my cousins and of course my friends. Okay, so let's coming back to literally my first bag that I've purchased. Of course, I've used my parents' money. It was probably in my 17, 18. I've gotten my first tote bag. If I remember correctly, it should be a Gucci bag. And then I have a Louis Vuitton and Fendi during pretty much the same season, pretty close in terms of timeline. Those are the three labels that I have just been collecting. Couple of years down, when I started to earn my own money, savings, my first 4 Chanel bags were all classic flat, jumbo, in lambskin, and they were pretty much all in pastel colors. I remember I have like lilac, a pastel green, a baby yellow, and one it's a beige. Sorry, the one in beige was in calf caviar leather, gold hardware. But they were just, well, in those days, I enjoyed tote bags, bigger bags, because it fits, my stuff for school, for work. Everything goes in very nicely. I think for many years, I have been using those big bags, and I've never ever once considered like a crossbody bag, a mini tiny bag. Which that's why I'm saying never say never, because in the past I really thought it's never gonna happen. I would never have a crossbody or a small mini bag. It would not work for me. And look at me today. I'm pretty much collecting all the small and mini bags. So that's why I'm saying never say never. Okay, so that does it for my little bag review. Am I happy with this bag? I'm absolutely happy with this bag. The color, the size, the leather, the style has been something that I've been wanting to add. Just that I do not know exactly like what color. Really depends what pops out from Chanel. But I love Chanel. One thing is simply because Chanel is very versatile in terms of the color palettes. Literally every single season, big good surprises of a color tone, be it in colors, styles, designs, hardwares. They are pretty versatile and very experimental. That is one of the main reasons why I love Chanel. But as of now, I do love what I have in my collection. I think it's pretty sufficient. I don't see like a need of like, oh, I need to buy a bag from time to time. Of course, if there's a bag that just fits into my lifestyle and check all the checklists with the correct price point, I would definitely go for it. So that does it. Thank you guys for your time. Up next, it would be one of the older videos that I filmed previously, which features my least used bag. It's still my least used bag. I've never touched it. So do stay tuned for that. Do join me in my next discussion of bags and life. Thank you guys for your time. See you. Bye.